It's it once again, dang it. Thursday night, WJZZ Cool TV, streaming live every Thursday from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all top social media platforms. I'm sitting here tonight, man. We got a hell of a show tonight. I'm going to tell you now, I don't know which way I'm looking. I'm looking at the camera. The camera got me looking like I'm looking the wrong way. Either way it goes, there we go. Now here we go. We got the executive producer of Savage Revenge with us tonight, Walter Galloway. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely put it on your list. And we're gonna talk to him tonight. Get to hear from him about what the project was all about, the movie itself, and what's next. We want to hear all about what kind of projects are out there. I like to tell everybody that Detroit is a big mecca right now for entertainment when it comes down to motion picture production, movies and things like that. A lot of action in that lane. So what we want to do is just embrace it, talk to a lot of people that are involved. We have a lot of entertainers or producers or filmmakers on our show here at Sonic Soul and have in the past because we deal with a lot of artists and entertainers that are in music, soul, blues, and southern soul. And so they like to come here to Detroit. Everybody likes to go down to Motown, take a picture on the steps on the boulevard. You know, that's and which is good.
That's cool.
And we love that you come and embrace Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, we still can't overlook the talent that's here in Detroit. Because we got a lot of people out there that are filming. Detroit, I tell people all the time, is the biggest place when it comes down to entertainment next to the pioneers like Memphis, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Chicago even. They're right there with those guys. I won't even say California because those guys that go out west to California come from places like Alabama, Georgia, Detroit. Yeah, they come. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They go out there. They don't produce what we produce. We produce this stuff. You see what I'm saying?
It's home.
This home. You see what I'm saying? So tonight we're going to, and then we have Nikita Michelle that's going to call in tonight also, a model, actress, and she's going to join us tonight. The conversation is going to be hot. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about what's going on out there on the scene. She'll be here for a movie that she's in. I believe she says she's filming this weekend. And when she calls in, we'll hear all about it. We're going to hear the name of it because, man, I'm slow. I smoke weed and drank liquor. You ain't no telling what the hell I'm thinking about sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the point is we're going to have a good time tonight. We'll hear from Mr. Galloway, find out what's on the horizon. How did all this come up? And so let's hear from you, man. Let's talk some trash.
What you want to talk about? Let's get it.
I want to talk about Savage Revenge. Savage Revenge. That's the joint right now.
Man,
I watched the movie. I watched the movie the other night. Listen, where is Savage Revenge? Where can they watch this movie?
They can. It's streaming on Tubi right now.
Okay.
Streaming on Tubi. All you gotta do is go to Tubi. If you don't got it, download it on your phone, download on your laptop, computer, your TV, smart TV. Everybody got Tubi right now.
Right.
It's over.
Right.
I think it's over in a million.
And it's free.
It's free.
Hey,
it's free. You don't gotta pay for it.
Tubi.
You don't gotta pay for it.
Let me tell you something about Tubi. And I'm not gonna take away from Savage Revenge, but I just gotta tell you about Tubi. Tubi got a few commercials, and the commercials are just regular commercials, man.
Yeah,
they're not too long.
20 seconds.
And Tubi runs some top-notch movies.
Yes, they do.
And they run them all. I put a movie on at 11 o'clock. I watch the movie till 6 in the morning.
Man, you be hooked.
Gonna keep going.
You're gonna be hooked.
Gonna keep going.
You're gonna be hooked.
So you're on Tubi.
Yeah.
And how did you get connected with the writers, producers, directors? How did the Savage Revenge opportunity even fall in your lap to become an executive producer on that project?
It's crazy how it happened like that. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting at home one day chopping it up with my wife, whatever, and she was telling me that her niece right. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. For all you groupie ass ladies out here, y'all heard what he said, right? He married.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the executive producer. You know what the executive producers do, right? The executive producers produce the money. They the money boys. So but he made, y'all.
Oh yeah,
and
so
guess what? If you see him out there, just keep that in mind. Back to your story. I'm sorry.
Right.
Sonic Soul, we crazy like
Oh
that,
yeah,
man.
it's all love.
WJZZ Cool TV is crazy like that,
It's
man.
all love. So I was chopping up with her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was telling me like her niece, right, which is my niece too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's married in, whatever.
Oh yeah.
So she was saying y'all should get together and put a movie out. I said, you serious?
Yeah.
She said, yeah. So I called her niece. You know what I'm saying? I said, niece. She said, what's up? I said, do me a favor. I said, write me a script. She said, what for? I said, because we're gonna be on TV in the next year.
Yeah.
She said, oh, okay. Thinking just blowing me off, whatever. Like, yeah, I heard that plenty of times before. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, she wrote it. I read it. And I took it to, everybody know Dennis Reed.
Dennis Reed.
D.
D.
Reed.
Reed. D. Reed's the man around town. Yeah.
Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? So, took it to him. He was like, oh, okay. You got something under your belt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it went from there. It went straight from there.
Yeah, that's cool. And so, when Dennis Reed saw it, and he said what he said, he thought it was a great project to look at and consider. How, at that point, because there are a lot of people out there that probably want to know in terms of the business that are not writers, they're not filmmakers, they don't have a connection with anybody out there, but they might have an idea. And they say, well, shit. Like, I sit around sometimes and I think to myself that I got great ideas for great documentaries, great sitcoms, and great series, but I don't have, A, the financial backing, B, the filmmaking skills, and the other connections that I need to go out there, because there are a lot of other things that are involved in filmmaking and producing a movie. Even to sit here and do a podcast is a big production.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And it may seem menial. We on an hour every Thursday from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock right here on WJZZ, but there's a lot that goes into it. And believe it or not, this is my first week back in the last 2 weeks because we had bad weather here in Detroit. And yeah. So, it's just something that you have to endure. So what did you do to, and what inspired you to even think about approaching the industry? Aside from a good idea, niece is a good writer and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And then the plug came. Mm-hmm. So now the decision comes, do I put all I got into it or what it is? I don't know what you got. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you have to start considering the money plan. Right. Because it takes money to make this happen.
And then it takes money to make money too. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's all that.
So let's talk about that.
Well, if people got an idea that they want to do, you know what I'm saying, and they take it to somebody, you know what I'm saying, who can get it on TV, who can do a lot more to it, them people gonna back that if it's good enough. Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be, you don't have to have a lot of money. Right. You know what I'm saying? You might get a percentage off of it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as you want because you didn't put no money into it. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same aspect, they gonna read it, look over what you got, and say, okay, this is a document you want to put out. Right. Okay, they gonna make sure that it's legal first of all. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't put a documentary on, let's say, Mike Tyson. That's right. That's already over with. You know what I'm saying? It's copyright. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So you bring them something that they can work with. You know what I'm saying? They can say, okay, what you want for it? You know what I'm saying? Either you can sell it whole. You know what I'm saying? Like you sell it to them, like, okay, just give me this amount of money, or you can say, you know what, I just want 1% of it. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You might get, let's say, 10, 15, 20%. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you might get that. And then, now if you is financially stable, you know what I'm saying, then you can back your own project up. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to, let's say, Dennis Reed or whatever, you know, so with a script or whatever, he like it, you know what I'm saying? He asks you, okay, what you want to do with it? Well, this is what I want to do. I don't want to sell it. I want to put it out on TV, put it out on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? Well, how much money you put into it? You know what I'm saying? Well, how much it gonna cost? It costs X amount of money. Okay, well, I'm putting it all in there. I got that here.
So you gotta really plan your budget out based on the caliber of the movie that you want to do, and the same, because everything takes money. The
Everything
production,
takes money.
man. I mean,
Everything
when you
takes
got
money.
certain scenes, the scene setup, the things in the scenes,
The location, the
oh, yeah.
wardrobe,
Yeah.
the hairstylist,
Yeah.
the everything. Let's say you renting houses, cars. You like it's all takes money. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing free in that world.
Sure.
It's nothing free. It all takes money.
So it turned out a great project so far. I mean, I watched it. You know, I called
Did you
you.
like it?
I called you on the phone. I'm watching it. I'm watching the movie, and I called him on the phone. I said, "Hey, man, listen, you need to do a damn part 2, or better than that, you need a series."
You
That,
did say, you did
listen. If you guys go out there and watch Savage Revenge, I guarantee you'll agree that needs to be a series because it was so well written and produced, and the filmography, man, the filmmakers, man, whoever did the video, everything was on point.
Yeah, it was.
It was on point.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? And
But on that, shout out to my director for that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably know him, Kumar Diesel Hassan. Y'all know Diesel.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Diesel. You know what I'm saying? He was the director on that.
That's right.
On that clip
That's
there.
right.
I appreciate him for that.
that's Billy D. That's Billy D. Hey,
They love Diesel.
That's Billy
They
D.
love-
Williams.
And they love Lee Master Spratley too. He on there too.
He Billy D.
Lee
Williams,
Master
y'all.
Spratley, he
Hey,
on there, too.
McGraw. They everywhere. Hey,
yeah,
we
they McGraw,
were at the
yeah.
premiere of McGraw, man, and just recently. And man, we had a good time, and I said, that's Billy D. Williams right there. That dude. Hey, but hats off to you because you're doing a great job, and you're putting us on the map. Detroit is on the map. Detroit is, and you got to think about Detroit is. I ain't bragging about Detroit, but I'm bragging about Detroit because Detroit is a phenomenal place, man.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? We are a grind town. Mm-hmm. We are iron town. You know what I'm saying? Motown, Motor City, whatever you want to call it. We are a working class. Yeah, this is a working class town, man. So everybody's not afraid to get out there and roll your sleeves up a little bit and go to work. Mm-hmm. Hook up with your homies and sit around. You drink a little Budweiser and smoke your left hand cigarette, brainstorm a little bit. You know how we do. But the point is that something positive comes out of it. Because you got a lot of people out there that's maybe watching the show that want to get involved in filmmaking. They got a good idea, but they don't have a direction. And like you sharing your story of how it happened, some days you wake up and you think, well, hey, what am I going to get into today? Then the phone rings, all of a sudden it's an opportunity. It's knocking.
Opportunity always knocking. And everybody always got a story to tell.
That's right.
Everybody got a story to tell.
Yeah,
Opportunity is always there.
And
but people be so closed in into their circle or antisocial. I ain't talking to that person. I ain't gonna say this to this person. You don't know who that person is.
Right.
That person can be just in regular clothes, but you think the person arrogant because they don't have a smile on their face.
Right.
Say hi to them and open up the door for a conversation.
Right.
Then you might understand where they coming from. Like, oh, you know what? Well, I'm this. I could do this. I could do this. Oh, for real. Oh, well, this is my phone number.
But also you had the courage to pursue.
You gotta have courage.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have
Because
courage.
because a lot of times, man, things will appear and you say, well, shit, it looked like a good idea. And then you got somebody on the side going, man, if I was you, I would think twice about it.
Don't listen to that.
Because
Don't listen to that.
and I tell people all the time, I say, well, you know what? You not me.
Yeah, you
I go for it, and maybe I'm a daredevil. I know I'm a daredevil because I made some dumb decisions. I made some good decisions. I made some decisions that I wish I had really rolled the dice on, but I was afraid because of past decisions I made. So, things will hold us up, make us feel apprehensive because we made some dumb mistakes in the past. But one thing I always encourage people to do is not listen to those naysayers that don't see it because they don't have the same type of heart and courage that you do to roll the dice.
because they don't want to roll the dice.
Right.
They afraid to roll the dice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to take that loss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we take losses when you wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You go. People get scratch off tickets all the time. That's rolling the dice.
That's
You know
rolling the
what I'm
dice,
saying?
ain't
Rolling
it?
the
And
dice.
boy, we stand there live there. I stand live there like this, y'all. I be like this.
You know,
320.
320. 3 wheel.
On the wheel.
3 wheeling.
On the wheel.
Three
Put on the wheel. Yeah, put on the wheel.
Hey, look, it don't come. You like, I'm gonna play it again tomorrow.
Right.
So then, why not take a bet on something
Roll
that
the dice,
you know what I'm
baby.
saying?
That's right.
That what you know is capable of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Savage Revenge is winning, man.
I appreciate
This is
that.
winning.
Thank
This
you. I
is winning,
appreciate
y'all.
that.
And I encourage everybody to go out there and take a look at Savage Revenge. Even chime in and listen. WJZZ Cool TV is our station. Coolest station in the world, man. We here every Thursday night from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. We stream on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, maybe. It depends on what's happening around the station.
Right,
It's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, Savage Revenge. Tubi. Go check it out. And then, more importantly, didn't you say be on the lookout for maybe Savage Revenge 2?
I'm gonna give the people what they want.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
All right.
I'm gonna give the people what they want.
Okay.
If the people screaming for part 2, that's what they gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
with regards to, and I know we still waiting on Nikita to chime in. We haven't heard from her yet, but maybe she told me earlier that she was out running errands. And so, nonetheless, we're going to still keep our thing going.
Oh, most definitely.
But most definitely, when it comes down to, now, I guess my question, I'm trying to organize my question the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you this. Being an executive producer and scouting talent is a different lane, baby. So are you in a position to scout talent and then push the talent to the writers and producers, directors and filmmakers?
As in talent, are you talking about actors?
Actors
Are you
and
talking
models,
about
extras, and
extras?
so like we have casting calls.
Right.
Like if you say, well, I want to work on a new project, do you rely on your team to set up the casting? Of course, because you're producing the money, you're putting the money up. But I don't know how much involvement do you have with the project is the question.
Well, when it comes to casting calls, we just make a phone call. I make a phone call. I say, we're going to put a casting call this day on this day, Saturday at this time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then once we do that, we put up the little flyers and they get spread on social media. Sure. And then it said we looking for actors, extras, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then they come in. You know what I'm saying? We give them a little, have a slide to read or whatever, and they come in and do their thing. Then we pick the best out of however many we got. Right. That's why we pick the top 100 out of 1,000,000. Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You got to speak into existence. And many people show up. We don't need 100. We just need top 100.
Exactly.
You know
so you got to screen them out.
Yeah, we screen them out. But at the same time, everybody is good. Like whoever show up, they all good. I did a few casting calls. Right. I never seen nobody that was just terrible. You know what I'm saying? They always, somebody got some type of potential that somebody need. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I might not need them on this film, but guess what? My partner might need them on their film. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. So we take their names and they get headshots. We take the whole information and they get passed along too. Right. You know what I'm saying? So long as they come and show up, they might have a potential to be in somebody else's film. Right. You know what I'm saying? So do you do any other projects outside of any active projects you're working on? Like, for instance, do you vet actors, models? Outside the state? You just set them up so that if you got any future projects, so that, they're not going to be projects that are too far down the road, they're going to lose interest in, you lose them to other projects. But, you got a good base or pool of people to choose from to even start making a couple of callbacks on and saying, hey, man, we like this one girl. We didn't have anything then, but let's see if she's still available. Do you have anything like that ongoing or like, I would say ongoing casting calls? Or what do you do? Yeah. How do you continually vet and stay in touch with your talent? Well, I don't want to ask questions. I think I'm asking questions. No, you ask the right questions. No, he asking the right questions. He has the right question. Like, okay, for this casting call, you know what I'm saying? This one right here. Like, I'm still in contact with all of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, they on my social media. We contact every night, every now and then, so we stay updated with each other. You know what I'm saying? They got some stuff going on where they at. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as you stay in contact, because once you do a cast call in and put a movie out, you know what I'm saying, they become a part of of like a small family.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because you with them for 12 days straight.
Right.
More than 10 hours, more than 12 hours. Sometimes we be on set. Sometimes
I already know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know how it goes.
Long time, 16 hours sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta get it done. You know what I'm saying? So they become a part of like your little Savage Revenge family.
One
You know
day,
what I'm saying?
one day, I'm gonna bring some pictures in, man, of some of these damn scenes and shoots that we go on, man. Everybody sleeping around, they on the couch,
Oh yeah.
eating
If
up
it ain't-
all, eating up all the chicken in the damn house.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it's crazy, but that's just the business, and that's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and I really believe that, you know, the effort is gonna pay off in the end.
Oh yeah.
Keep your foot on the gas, man. As a person of color, and if you have a platform or a stage, like I told you when we first talked, I say, man, listen, I think I've got a platform that the people will be willing to listen to you and know about what's going on. They want to know what the projects are out there. Detroit is a city on the comeback, as they
It's
say.
a lot of projects out there.
A lot of
You know what I'm saying?
projects.
People doing open casting.
Detroit,
calls
they say, is the
every
new
day.
Hollywood, baby.
Yeah.
This is the new Hollywood.
They ain't lying.
And it's prevalent because not just the black movies here on our scene, we've got a lot of national Hollywood productions that have come here, are still coming here.
Oh yeah.
There are so many movies out there right now. I look at some movies sometimes, I say, man, if I ain't mistaken, I need to go to the store over there. You know, and this is a big production, but you never knew they were here.
Right.
And because they come in, they do what they got to do, and they get out.
And
the
they
way.
gone.
They gone.
They gone.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gone.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing is, there's so many different things that can potentially set you off. And then there's so much talent. I encourage people.
There's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
In Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm not going to just label the city of Detroit. It's a lot of talent in Michigan.
Right.
I have seen it. I have seen so
Right.
much. Like I said, I've been on a few casting calls.
Right.
And I just my man be like, my goodness, y'all just sitting on wasting talent. Like,
Right.
go to every casting call that show up
Right.
in Michigan. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is shooting movies.
Right.
You know a lot of them.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
A lot of them.
In fact, I was in a conversation just last night with Mr. James Turner, who's having a casting call on this coming Saturday in Redford. He's got a upcoming project coming out. I want to say that, and I apologize, people, that I don't know the name. I'm bad with names, man. You know what I'm saying? My memory is. You can tell me what your name. That's Nikita.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Nikita's with us.
Hey.
Nikita,
Hey, Nikita.
you all on the phone, ain't said nothing. What's wrong with you, girl? You scared?
No, I was listening in. I said hello, but y'all was talking. So I was just listening because he's giving out some jewels, and a lot of people need that. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know, when you got a casting call and you don't get a call back, you think that's the end of the road.
Right.
But he just told everybody that that may not be the end of the road for you. You may not be good for that part,
Right.
but you might be good for the next part.
right.
True.
So
Right.
that's encouraging. So I was letting him talk, and I was sucking in the jewels. I was listening. I can multitask.
Well, listen, we're glad that you joined in, and because I've been talking about you, I was kind of starting to feel some kind of way. I said maybe I said the wrong thing tonight or something. I don't know. I wasn't too bullyish. I'm kind of hardcore, Nikita.
I called in at 8:15. Don't do me.
Oh,
up.
so she's on. In other words, she was on time. Punk ass motherfucker. Oh, okay, that's cool. This Sonic Soul. Hey, Sonic Soul, y'all. Nikita Michelle is on the phone with us. We wanted to have her on video, but we've had some severe weather events around Detroit, and we're getting it back together. I've been off the air for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, y'all. I'm kind of feeling a little some kind of way. And people are saying, man, what's going on? Did Roger get rid of you? Roger told me, hey, man, you don't get on the air talking shit about me. I said, okay, Roger, I ain't going to say nothing. So I've been on my best behavior for 2023, but he got it coming. Damn it, I ain't far behind his ass right now because I started to feel some kind of way myself. Nikita.
Yes.
You know, we tried to have you on the show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the weather was the weather was bad, but guess what?
Michigan weather.
Yeah, Michigan weather.
Michigan weather.
March is different here, you know. And of course, Nikita is in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And if I show you a picture of what I'm looking at right now, we got snow.
Wow.
I got snow
Wow.
out there.
Yeah.
It's a snowstorm. The snowstorm that was there last week is here today.
And let's just for the people to know, you'll be here on Friday
Friday, Saturday, and some parts of Sunday.
for a.
For a movie,
All
I
right.
am booked to be in Love Kane.
Say that
I play
again.
bartender.
Say that again. I want to make sure that people heard it. Say it again.
I will be in Detroit on March 11th. Let me get it correct. To shoot my part in the upcoming movie Love Kane. I play the bartender in the club scene, but that's actually my second movie of the year because 2 weeks ago when we had a snowstorm, I was actually blessed to be on the set All About the Bag.
Okay.
All About Bags. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I play, what is her name? Olivia Monroe in there. And then I'm booked for a third movie in 2023 that shoots on April 15th. And I'm published twice already in 2023. I am in Connoisseur of Curves, Volume 1 and 2. So,
Okay.
if you want to get those, the link is on my page.
Cool.
Nikita Michelle on all social media. Nikita Michelle something. Nikita Michelle for real. Nikita Michelle 1. Nikita Michelle.
I like
Everything.
that. I like that. I gotta get me. I don't promote myself as much.
You gotta get you a page.
People, I got pages, man. I got 1,000. Listen. Motor City Rockstar got 1,000 pages. Y'all can find me at Fans of Blues and Southern Soul on Facebook. I don't know what my Instagram stuff is. I think I'm Motor City Rockstar. My Motor City _Rockstar on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm out there, man. I'm out there, but I
You
don't.
gotta start promoting it.
I'm not because, man. Listen, I'm just not the dude that I do all. Man, listen. We leave here tonight. Ain't no telling what I'm about to do. It's not gonna involve get up in the morning, get on Facebook or. But listen, Nikita.
Yes.
What's next for you? What do you have? I mean, I know you got the movie. You've got a movie that you're doing on this weekend here in Detroit,
Yes.
and hopefully
Yes.
we can see you somewhere. I would like to say that we'll make some
But you know
announcements.
I'll be there in April too, right?
Yeah,
I'll
I know
at
you'll
the
be
Dirty
in
D
April.
premiere. I have my VIP tickets already.
Okay.
So I will be there on the 31st of March and April 1st for the
All right.
Dirty D premiere. And then the after party, the blues concert after party. The
Right,
blues is
right.
all right, or whatever that is.
Blues All
Yeah.
Right. It's April 1st. April 1st in Detroit, Michigan, TCBC
Yeah.
Lounge. The Blues is All Right show is going to be at the Fox Theater. If you don't have tickets, I suggest you get them now. And this year, I believe they've added a show in Flint. Because, believe it or not, Flint, Michigan is a big city for blues and soul. More so than Detroit is, I really want to say. Because a lot of the folks in Flint are more from down Mississippi, Alabama. Not that Detroit is not, but you got more Detroiters that are just like New York City. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Whereas
it
Flint close like
Flint around the
Alabama.
corner.
Yeah,
Flint around the corner.
Flint like
Flint around the
Alabama.
corner.
Yeah.
Flint around
So
the corner.
Nikita, in Wisconsin, what part of Wisconsin is like Alabama?
Milwaukee. 'Cause
Well,
you know that
she's-
before-
I've been in Milwaukee. I've been in
I ain't
Milwaukee.
never,
I've been in Milwaukee,
I ain't
Wisconsin.
never in my life been in Milwaukee.
I've been in Milwaukee, Green Bay. Nikita, I heard I've been to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Is it true that it's the safe? Is it true it's the safest city in the world?
In Wisconsin is the safest city in the world.
Yeah.
From you in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
No, ain't nothing safe. Boy, we call us baby Chicago.
No.
Milwaukee like Chicago.
I'm talking about Sheboygan.
Milwaukee.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin is where all the crazy white folks live.
Hold on.
Somebody mad
Listen, I got relatives in Minnesota.
They got some people there, but most of the people in Sheboygan are not to be stereotypical, but most of them are white women with black men. That's what Sheboygan is.
That's
it's like
true.
the low class white folks.
That's true. That's definitely true.
I mean, I'm just being
I
honest.
hear Minnesota is like that. Minnesota and those cities.
Yeah,
like,
Minnesota's like that.
Like
That's
hey
what
Nikita,
Sheboygan
I
is.
always said I wanted to move to like Utah.
Oh, okay, they
gonna
gonna
go.
let you
I never
there.
been to Utah.
Hey man, I want to go to
I don't
Utah.
know no black people that came out of Utah.
No, there are not a lot of black people in Utah at all. You know what they do in Utah? They train people to drive trains and stuff. Seriously.
Drive train?
Yeah, I got a partner, man.
And he was trained to drive train?
He wanted to be a train engineer.
He could do nothing else?
He said he wanted to go out and be a train engineer.
So they bred people in
They
Utah.
sent his ass to Utah.
So that's their thing, like Michigan Big Three. You know what I'm saying? We always
That's the
Big
Mecca.
Three. So Utah,
You go to Utah.
you train driver.
Become a train engineer. You know what I'm saying? You become an engineer. I guess I don't really understand. You know, I got a private pilot's license, man.
Right.
I can fly planes, y'all. Believe that shit or not. I smoke weed and drink that liquor out the red Sonic Soul cup. I will not let the plane go down, baby. I don't give a damn. The pilot pass out. We going in.
Make sure I got a parachute on. Make sure I got a parachute.
I'm gonna throw the
on.
scarf around my
On your
neck.
back.
Make sure I got a parachute.
Put the red
If you ever
band.
fly my, if you ever my pilot, I need a
I'll put the
parachute.
red band glasses on. We going in all the way. But listen, you know, Wisconsin, Minnesota, like I got an aunt that lives in Minnesota. She said, man, all they do here is like eat pizza. I said, pizza? I said, y'all don't go out to like clubs or nothing? She said, no, there's nothing to do. I said, so Wisconsin, Nikita, I've been to Madison.
That's where the capital
That's the
is,
capital.
and that's where
Yeah.
I don't see too many black folks there after dark either.
Madison and Prairie. Where was that? Near Madison.
Pleasant Prairie.
Prairie.
Pleasant Prairie.
What's it called?
Yeah, that's by Kenosha.
Yeah,
Pleasant
yeah, I
Prairie.
was there. I was there, man. And this will tell you something though. That shit was spooky clean. It was like clean.
Wisconsin's a clean state.
Oh, that's a clean.
Wisconsin's a clean
that's a
state.
clean place.
It's a
I was like,
clean
dude, did
state,
they have like litter
Yeah.
on the street or anything?
Yeah.
I didn't hear any sirens.
You
I
hear
get
that.
nervous. I get nervous when I go to a city and I don't hear like noise. You know what I'm
That's because you used to be
Well, then
you used to be in the
That's
city
crazy.
outside.
That's crazy.
Pleasant Prairie is pretty much just shopping. Like, we just go there to shop. That's where our outlet malls are. But,
Okay.
I mean, you don't really hear nobody kicking it in Pleasant Prairie. If you want to kick it, you go to Appleton, you go to Green Bay, you go to Milwaukee. Those are, Racine is all right, Kenosha is all right,
Yeah.
but mostly Appleton, Green Bay, and Milwaukee.
So-
Those are our top spots to kick it in.
And I know we gonna get back. We done went all off on we left movies and music and all that shit.
That's
We
cool,
started we tried to send everybody to Milwaukee and Detroit.
You try to say everybody to Milwaukee,
Yo, shit.
Wisconsin, Sheboygan,
is,
anywhere.
what is I'm gonna get to what inspired you to get into being a model, and what inspired you to get involved in acting, becoming an actress and things like that. But what the fuck do you do in Wisconsin? What is Wisconsin known for?
Wisconsin
I'm
is
sorry,
known
people.
for
I'm gonna
Harley.
be jerk.
We have Harley Davidson. We
Harley.
have Miller
Harley.
and Pat's
Yeah.
Brewery. We have Johnsonville Brat
Yep, that's down there
and
too.
Clemens
That's right.
Sausage. And we have the cheese, of course.
Oh yeah.
So we are known for sausage, beer, cheese, and motorcycles.
Ooh, y'all some rogues right there,
And
boy.
Green Bay Packers. We got the Packers. We got the
Wisconsin.
cheeseheads. We
Wisconsin's a
got the
big
Bucks
ass.
who doing the thing.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's a
the
big
Deer
ass
District.
backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
You see, with
But-
thugs.
You know what,
That
Nikita?
part.
Nikita,
That
Nikita,
Huh?
that sausage broth, that's a big deal down there. I was down there in Wisconsin one day when it was a weekend fest. That's huge down there.
Yeah, it is.
That's very huge.
I never knew
That's
that.
Man,
very,
it's-
like I
I'm
said,
talking about huge. It's very
when we
huge.
talk about Wisconsin and Milwaukee, we sound like a big party city. And I mean, it's a lot of stuff to do. Like, we have Summerfest, we got State Fair. So there is things to do here. It's not like all boring, but
Yeah. So
you guys got to know where to be safe at. Because every place got its pockets.
Now let
where
me
it's
get back.
a
Let
little
me get back
violent.
to some. Let me get back to some official business here. Let the people know
Yes,
that
sir.
watching WJZZ Cool TV, Sonic Soul every Thursday night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Streaming on all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. You name it, whatever your preference is, whatever you can get your hands on the fastest. Go to it from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock every Thursday night. Coolest station in the world, WJ, the original. This is the original jazz station in the world. And we've got a lot of people out there that claim they're the originators and they want to do what they want to do, and that's fine. We're not mad at it, as long as they keep it going. But keep it going the right way. don't diminish the next man or the next person or the next project. We ain't gonna step on you too tough. Unless you run up on me and I'm in a
Okay,
bad
so-
mood. Yeah,
It's
I'm in a bad mood.
a whole nother
Yeah,
issue.
a whole different shit. But no, I'm not trying to go there. But listen, WJZ, y'all tune in, like, share, subscribe, comment. Want to know what if we're doing a good job, we're doing a bad job, terrible job. But more importantly, I got Nikita Michelle on the phone. I got Walter Galloway sitting in front of me. Nikita,
Huh?
let me tell you something.
Yes.
Mr. Galloway, he's from an incredible family. They kind of arrogant. You remember that show? What was that show that he's come on TV? What was that show? He's come on CBS. My man said, "This is my brother Daryl, and Daryl." What was the name of that show?
I don't know the name.
God.
I don't know the name of that show.
All these guys.
George Foreman thing. You know how George Foreman named all his
Oh!
George 1, George
Well,
2,
listen,
George 3, George 4. Yeah, I get it.
listen. This young man right here, his entire family. How many cousins you got named Walter?
I got one cousin.
Okay.
Named Walter.
Okay.
I got one cousin named Walter.
How many kids you got named Walter?
I got one son named Walter.
What's your name? Yeah. Hey, okay. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else. Point made.
It ain't made.
Daryl, and Daryl. It's Walter Galloway. Walter Galloway.
It ain't
Walter
made.
Galloway was a bad man. Let me tell you, I think I'm gonna name my.
It's a legacy.
Listen.
The name is a legacy.
Listen, let me tell you something. Nikita,
Huh?
my grandbaby is a boy. I'm gonna name his ass Walter.
Okay.
I'm gonna name Walter Galloway Reynolds.
Hey, it's a legacy.
Keep the legacy
name.
going.
He already said
Keep
it's
the legacy going. Well, I say the name say
That's what it is. The name says it all. The name says it all. Walter Galloway. Galloway's, hey, there it is. And then you got Sipe in here doing the damn thing. Nikita
Hey,
Michelle.
I can't talk.
Huh?
Because I was told that my family got too much pink people in them because we do parties for puppies.
Uh-oh.
Because today was my puppy's birthday.
A party
So,
for a puppy.
you know, her and my
What type of party was
niece
it?
had a birthday party together.
Birthday
My
party.
puppy niece, that
Birthday
is.
party.
For a
Well,
puppy?
well, first of all, what kind of puppy was it? Was the puppy worthy of a party?
Yeah, she better be worthy of a party. I paid enough for her.
Because guess what?
She a hoopy.
You can't like throw a party for a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd.
Well, she's not none of those. She's a teddy bear. She's a Bruce Charm mixed with, what is that? I forgot her mama name.
Like a
but
teacup.
Tissue.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tissue
That's
Bashar.
like
That's what
one
she is.
$2,000 dog.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
How old she turned?
She just turned 1.
Oh, she won.
The dog is expendable.
Yes. My dog is not expendable.
Keep your dog in the house.
She was a...
Actually, this happened.
The dog is not... No, she's not expendable. I paid $6,000.
You let your dog in the house?
Live on 15 years. Huh?
Dog.
this guy's comical.
She better live I want all 15 years out of her.
Say all 15
sorry,
years?
but
So-
she's not
What's
expendable.
what's your dog's name?
Her
Don't say
name is
Walter.
Charlotte
Don't say
Rose.
Walter. Don't say Walter.
His
No,
dog's name
it's
was
a girl.
Don't say Walter.
Her
Walter
name is
Galloway.
Charlotte. Don't do my dog. But if I get a boy dog to mate her with, I'm going to name him Walter.
Walter,
Oh,
Walter
there you
Galloway.
go.
Walter Galloway.
Hey,
We're going to start the Walter.
keep the name alive.
We're
Keep
going
the
to
name
start the
alive.
Walter Galloway movement around this summer, girl.
Keep the name alive then. We can get it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Name again.
But no, her name is Starlet
Listen,
Rose. I named
I
her
want
after Scarlet Rose, but it's Starlet.
I would like to make sure that Nikita, while you're here this weekend, that I can connect you with Mr. Galloway. You two can maybe have a conversation, exchange information, because that's what it's all about. Networking,
Of course.
getting to know each
Because
other.
I hate that I missed the claw time last weekend because of the weather. I couldn't make it to the claw time, but they had a really big event down there that I was signed up for.
Yeah.
Called Claw Time with a lot of directors and cast crew and all of that stuff where they were looking for people and educating
Yeah.
them.
Well, you know,
It turned out nice though.
it comes and goes around here. There's so much going on. Like I said, Mr. Turner has a movie project coming up. I want to say it's Parents and Autism. he encouraged
Yeah,
me.
I saw that.
Yeah, he encouraged me to come out and audition because my brother is autistic, Nikita, and he's 50 years old. My brother's amazing. He's a savant. In other words, he's a genius. I'm so impressed with my brother because he ain't gonna deal with you too long now. My brother gonna look at you, ask you your name, find out where you live. He out.
A little bit here, a little bit there.
There he go.
Yeah.
He gone.
Yeah.
But guess what?
You know what? I like that. And the movie that I was telling you about, Love Pain, one of the cast members is autistic.
Oh wow.
So, like I said, that's really encouraging to see that. I like to see people, I don't call them disabled
Right.
because they are able. They can do
Listen.
it. But people with slight disadvantages, I love to see them overcome their disadvantages.
Autistic
That's just
people.
something I love. I'm passionate about that.
I
That's
am
why I
as well.
keep my day job as a teacher.
Yeah, autistic people just have the ability to access the side of their brain that we would never be able to access.
Because they smart.
And most of them are smart.
They
Smart
very-
as hell if
they-
you talk
they
to them.
very
They
smart.
real good with numbers.
Yeah, they
My
very
brother,
smart.
my brother's he can sew, he can speak in several different languages. He knows sign language.
Mm-hmm.
My brother used to work with his hands. He used to do stuff with his hands. We never knew what it was. But back then, when he was growing up, they didn't have schools for autism.
Sign language.
Yeah,
autism.
so they sent him to schools
Right.
for the deaf and things like that. Because that was special needs then.
Right.
That's what they considered special
Right.
needs. So my brother was there every day with deaf kids.
Right.
And the only way we found out what he was doing with his hands, we went to a church service one day, and the lady was on stage. You know how they have the pastors up there, and they have the hearing impaired people up there doing sign language. My brother was out there signing with the lady.
Oh, he already knew what he was doing.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
He knew what he was doing.
The lady came over to my mother after the service, and she said, "Wow, your son is so young. How's it to have a young deaf son?" My mother said, "He ain't deaf."
He can hear you clearly.
She said he was talking to me the whole time.
Right.
He's signing.
So he learned to sign on his own.
He had to learn it because
Yeah.
that's where he was every
That's
day.
what being
y'all
with
didn't know
those
it.
kids.
I didn't know it.
Right.
Shit, he probably was like, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Cause I
Right.
said, "Mama, you don't even understand. You probably cuss your ass out."
You don't know it.
But
Go
you
wash
know,
the
I'm
dishes.
not gonna say
He going ham. He going ham.
So yeah, that's impressive to me. And I told him that because that's a subject of interest of mine because of my brother.
Right.
And I have direct experience. And I know what these kids do, the people do, and hey, it's not people act like sometimes these things will rub off on you. You know, or it's like,
Right.
you see the mean girl in school. You remember the mean girl in school?
Everybody do it.
You remember her?
Yeah, I know who the mean girl is.
She got that one retarded kid now. Like, yeah, look at you now, you mean son of a bitch. But you know, we pray for him.
People don't believe it, but karma is real. No
Karma
matter
is
how you
real,
dish it
and
out, you
it
gonna
does
get
not
that.
miss an address. Karma will not miss an address.
You know what? I call it, like a lot of people call it karma. I call it you reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow.
You know what I'm saying?
You
reap what
plant a
sow.
Yes,
seed.
that's what
Plant
our
the
parents
seed.
This is what
taught
you gonna
us.
get out.
This you gonna get when it grow up.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You
Grow
gotta walk through your
harvest.
harvest.
That's right.
Walk through
That's
your
right.
harvest.
And it's not gonna miss you.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not.
It's not.
so Nikita, we know you got projects coming up in Detroit. We love that.
Yes.
Congratulations
Yes,
too.
Detroit and
Congratulations too,
Milwaukee.
Nikita.
I've got Walter
Oh,
Galloway
you asked me
here.
some questions, but you never let me answer the questions.
Uh-oh. I feel rude now.
Well, you asked me like 5 questions, and then you asked me about Wisconsin, and then we started talking about something else.
We did.
But I think that it's important to get the story out there because you asked me what encouraged me to start modeling.
Yes. Yes.
And you asked me how I got into acting.
She's thorough.
See, I listen.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna get the business tomorrow. What you're saying, I'm gonna get the business for tomorrow. Somebody gonna call me tomorrow. They gonna say, "See, I told you. You just take the conversation over. You start talking about some shit. You ask some questions, and you go into another thing." I apologize, Nikita.
But I'm honest. say, would you rather me just put it out there or sugarcoat it and just go with the flow?
Don't
But
sugarcoat
somebody
it.
might
Don't
wanna
tell
know
it.
the answer.
Tell it how it
sugar.
is. How you get started. How you get
Sugar
started.
give you diabetes and shit. We don't want the sugar.
How you get started.
Right, that part. But I actually got started modeling in 2014. It started out as a joke between me and my oldest friend. I lost a son in 2014. He died in a hot water drowning, and the lawyers was playing. The hotel offered me $5,000. I told them to kick rocks, and I
Wow.
never did take that
Sorry to
$5,000.
hear
I said I would walk away for nothing before I take $5,000 for my child's death, which I
Gotcha.
did. I walked away with nothing because the lawyers waited till the statute of limitation kicked in. But along the way, I said that because the lawyers was playing games, they didn't want to take the case. I said that I was going to put myself out there as a one-arm model, and I was going to get a show on TLC called The One-Arm Diva, and I was going to be famous and I could pay for my own lawyer. But that part didn't happen yet. But I actually started modeling, and I started getting booked for stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I would just go with the flow. And then along the way of modeling, somebody that did movies saw me, and they was like, we want you for a movie. And I did my first movie. It was a sci-fi film, a comic book sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it was like mostly white cast, and here I am, little black girl in a movie. But that's how I got into acting, and
All right.
now I'm 3 plays in, 3 movies in, and I'm getting ready to do my 5th movie.
Right.
Because I shot my 4th
and
movie
you know
last week.
that's impressive. And now here, let me ask you this. You said something that I'm curious about, and I'm sure that maybe the audience may be curious about, or not. Maybe it's me opening up Pandora's box. You said the name of your company is One Arm Diva.
That's what I wanted it to be. That's not what it is, though. It's actually Reign Supreme.
Okay.
But that's what.
Okay.
That was the jokey part, because
Okay.
I told you it was a dare. So
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
talking off the side of my neck. I didn't ever think I would be picked to be a model, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. That's why it was a
let's-
joke.
and let's
But when
be-
I went to that very first casting call in Chicago, actually, they picked me, and then I ended up coming back to Milwaukee, and I graduated from John Casablanca
Yeah.
in 2014, and I've been modeling ever since then.
Wow.
I went from runway, and I didn't think I would be able to do runway, but I'm actually a really good runway. I went from runway to print, and I have modeled in Detroit, I modeled in Chicago, and I modeled in Wisconsin.
Wow. And then
And I
on the
can still model in those cities.
And then on the movie side, how many movies have you been in or are auditioning for?
Well, right now, I just shot my 4th movie last week. Well, the week before last. And then I'm booked for another movie that shoots on Saturday. So that'll be my 5th movie. And then I have another movie, my 6th movie, that I'm scheduled to shoot in April.
Okay.
And I've done 3 plays. I've been the lead character in 2 of the 3 plays.
Okay. Great.
In
And
one
so,
of the plays, I was just a wounded soldier.
great. And so, like we tell people, Sonic Soul is a platform that we like to put people on to give the information out. Let people know what's up and coming. Because there are so many people out there, like you and I were talking earlier before we knew that Nikita been eavesdropping the whole time on the whole show.
Just 8:15.
I was soaking up the information. I wanted to do it myself.
Since 8:15.
Hey, Nikita,
I wanted the information too.
We-
so
we-
I was
Yeah, that's
scared of
honest.
hustling.
I understand. Get us all the information.
but you know, the bottom line is that we want the people to know that they too can be a part of what's going on
yeah, they
nowadays.
can. Yeah, of course they can.
Somebody
They
out
can.
there is the next superstar. You are the
Amen
next
to that. 'Cause
superstar.
Yeah.
I guarantee
never,
you.
ever,
Just open your mouth. Just
Yeah.
open your
Thought I
mouth.
would see
Open your
myself
mouth
in a
and
movie
talk.
Right.
theater.
Yeah,
I have
because
saw myself in a movie theater. And right now, you can go to Unfair Exchange, yep, shameless plug, and you will see me in the library scene with Demarius D.H. I'm in the scene with him and the lady from Secret Society. I
Okay.
forget her name. Erica Pickett, I think it is.
okay.
But I'm in the scene with them in Unfair Exchange in the
Okay.
library. So, and that movie is free on Tubi. So
Tubi.
y'all go
It's
check
free,
that out.
Give it up for Tubi.
It's free. Tubi
Well, hey,
free.
now, look, I'm about to call Tubi. See if I can
Tubi
get me a
free.
Tubi sponsorship. And we're gonna be saying Tubi too many
Amen.
more goddamn times now. I'm like our Hebrew people. I ain't gonna be doing too much for free now, Nikita. For Tubi.
Hey, they get all the exposure they want in that Facebook group.
I
They
know
got
that's
that
right.
best
I
movie
know,
movie group.
but you know, and that yet is another platform. So to have a platform
Yep.
that we have available, I mean, like I told you earlier, I've had Jacarius Johnson on Sonic Soul, and Jacarius Nikita is the playwright. He does the hottest stage plays right now.
Oh,
New Jack City.
I know who he is. You
Set
ain't
It
got to
Off.
give me a disclaimer. I know who he is.
Absolutely.
I'm subscribed to his email.
he has been in the studio with us, and he said something to me one time that made a lot of sense. He says, "Hey, listen, there's a lot of good talent out here, and we would never know about it unless we have these casting calls.
Yeah.
These people,
Right.
I mean, you have just natural talent. I'm a drummer, Nikita. I didn't take a drum lesson until I was probably, I would say 13. I was in school.
How old was you when you got your first drum set?
I got my first drum shit. I put it together. Shit, it was I built some
You
shit.
kid one.
Hey, man.
You was a
I was a
kid one.
kid.
You was
I
practicing- you was practicing
6,
early.
7 years old. You know,
That's how I
and
started.
so
Natural.
it was just it was something in me that I knew I had. So in other words, somebody out there has something in them that they feel, they just know they got it, but they don't know where it is. Where can they go to help bring it out? And that's why I asked you earlier, what casting calls do you guys have? How do you network with like Nikita? What's your exchange? Or do you guys like? I told my partner that's also a co-host here, Al Bracey. I said, Al, I want to start doing some workshops to help promoters and event planners and things like that learn the business, know how to network, know what to look out for, and then identify where you want to go as far as events and your money. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have a plan. If you're not thought that far ahead of the game, you're dead in the water. You got to have a plan. It's one thing to have an idea. But this is a great idea. Yeah, sure.
Well, he gave you the point of view from a director, editor, person that's looking for the casting call. So I want to give you a little tidbit that I do.
Okay.
Because I'm probably already friends with him on Facebook because I use Facebook, I use Instagram, I use TikTok, I use Twitter. What I do is when I watch a Tubi movie, yeah, shameless plug for Tubi, and I like the movie,
Okay.
I read the credits.
Right.
I look up the director. I look up the actors that I thought were good and who inspired me,
Right.
and then I add them on Facebook and I network with them.
Sure.
And that's just an easy way to get your foot in the door because if you don't know who to network with, networking can get you places that education can't.
Sure.
Sometimes it's about who you know and not what you know, to be honest with you. And you don't know about the casting clause if you're not following the people that's doing the casting clause
There you go.
or hosting the casting clause, or you don't know nobody that's in the business.
Right.
So for somebody that don't know and just starting out, look at the credits.
Right.
Find those people, network with them, have a conversation. Don't jump in their inbox, but like and comment. I mean, and then go from there. And then that way you're on their radar. They know you're out there. And, make posts about what you want to do. They may be looking for something that you got to offer, and you don't even know you got it.
Right.
Make skits from time to time.
Exactly.
Some people
And
went off skits.
Like now on Facebook, the Reels thing is big. And it's the same kind of concept of skits and Reels. And,
That's Instagram. They got
yeah,
reels.
yeah,
so.
yeah. Like short stories or the improv things. And like, so, Nikita, do you do anything like that? Or what? How do you pass your time when you're not filming or modeling and things like that? What do you do to keep your skills sharp?
Well, I have a day job. So during that time, I have a monologue that I memorize and I practice or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, for the part that I'm doing now, I have, like, 4 lines, but I've been going over those lines. I did my very first rehearsal with the cast, and the director said I did amazing, and it was my first day. They had been rehearsing for God knows how long. But I got right in. I fit right in. They told me what they wanted, and that's what I brought.
Right.
So sometimes you have to take yourself outside of yourself to give the director what they want.
Sure,
so
sure.
it may be a role that's not 100% you, but you got to tap into that person.
Right.
So I just make different faces in the mirror sometimes, which is my kids at daycare think it's weird, but so that I know what emotion to bring and what action I need to put with the words
Yeah,
that I'm saying. Like, if
sure.
I'm disgusted, I can give you a real good disgusted
Absolutely.
face because I practiced it in the mirror. And I even do that with my modeling walk. Even though I'm not on the runway as much as I am in print, I still practice my model walk because that's something that you're going to always need
Yeah.
for fashion. And if I put on a pair of heels, it's so funny because whenever I put on a pair of heels, I automatically do the model walk. It's just like
Right.
heels,
It just
action.
takes
I mean,
you to
but
that
that's
level.
subliminal.
Yeah.
It's in my
Yeah, it takes you
it's
to
in
that
my
level.
head.
Yeah, you know it's showtime.
Yeah.
And that's like me.
Yeah,
Right.
time to get it
I
started.
tell you, always be ready because you never know what time it's
Always
gonna
be ready.
You ready?
And I don't
Yeah.
even have
You
to
ready,
be on
you
the
might get
runway.
ready.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so and that's wonderful,
It's
man.
just heels, model walk.
I'm enjoying you guys. I really want to have you guys back when Nikita. I'm gonna see you, hopefully.
You gotta see me this weekend.
yeah,
we gonna
yeah.
link, we gonna network or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll also be down there April 1st and March 31st
Okay.
for the Dirty D premiere
Right.
and the after party. So I'll be down there again.
Great.
And if I book some more stuff, you're gonna see me even more than that. So
All right.
this is
Well,
just my
listen.
first Detroit movie that's actually being shot in Detroit. Now the other two movies that I did, they were shot by directors from Detroit. They
Yeah.
came to Milwaukee, and a lot of the actors are from Detroit.
Okay.
That's in the movies that I had mentioned.
Wow. Well, you know, I know that Detroit, again, I said it earlier in the show. I'm going to say it again as we close out because we run out of time and we got probably about 3 minutes. But I'm going to say this. Detroit
Okay.
is a mecca right now. This is the new Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
for black movies, black talent, entertainment, musically, and just so many more things that we just got to network.
And they good movies.
Yeah,
They good
great
movies.
movies.
They
Great
they
movies.
good movies.
They good movies.
And
yeah.
then on top of that, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Even the picture
Right.
quality and the sound is excellent.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. So the filmmaking skills are just on point.
Yeah, it's not shut off an iPhone.
Yeah.
360.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So real quick, Nikita, let me ask you this. Give them some information about how they can contact you if there are any filmmakers, anyone out there that want to hire you to model, anything.
Okay.
Give them your information again.
Nikita Michelle on all platforms or Nikita Michelle for real. My email is nikitamichelle@ymail.com. And I am available on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I have like 4 Facebook pages
Wow.
and 3 Instagram pages, but they're all Nikita Michelle.
Okay.
They all might have a different picture because
Now
I might be in a different
spell
mood that day,
Nikita.
but they're all
Now,
me.
is that N-A or N-I?
It's actually Nikita and Michelle, Michelle.
Okay, great.
And I am on all platforms.
Okay.
Nikita Michelle.
Walter, if they want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you, man?
They can follow the Savage Revenge page. It's on Instagram. It's Savage Revenge Movie. And then you can follow Waltz_away84. That's how they can get in. That's how they get in touch.
Cool.
And that's a good movie, by the way.
Thank you, Nikita. I appreciate that.
Hey,
welcome.
we gangster leaning on it ourselves, boy. I'm gonna give you one of them backyard inflatables and do one of them movie screens. I saw that. I'm hooked now.
Yeah.
Amazon got everything.
Yeah.
Boy.
They do.
I'm
And
in the
I
backyard with
got one
bonfires
that's
going
good.
and lights in the
Put it
yard.
up.
Oh, we're
Put
gonna
it-
do the damn
yeah,
thing.
Put it up.
Yeah. And Nikita, we got our partner will be in town that you and I both are affiliated with, News Williams. Bad News is a good friend of
Oh,
ours
yeah.
out of Sir Charles Camp, Southern Soul guy. And he's going to be in on Friday also, so that should be a good time.
And
So
that's another person you should have been talking about when you had that conversation with all their kids named after them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You ain't
I
know
knew.
about that.
Mr. Tory.
You ain't know about
That boy News got, but man, we that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, it's a whole other show.
That's a whole nother show.
We
Like,
could go for the whole hour and a half
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
So listen, we're gonna give it to you like this. We're gonna let the people know that we enjoyed having you guys on Sonic Soul.
Appreciate you.
We want everybody to tune in to Sonic Soul every Thursday night from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. WJZZ Cool TV, coolest station in the world. We stream live site on all social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. You name it, we are out there right now. Check us out. Come back, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know if we're doing a good job. I'm going to get a bunch of phone calls tomorrow because Nikita done fucked around and said, you ain't let me finish my question. You ask me questions, they're going to tear me up tomorrow.
You gotta answer him.
They going to tear
You
me
gotta
up.
answer him.
Nikita,
You gotta answer him.
Nikita, they going to tear me up tomorrow,
You gotta
Nikita.
answer him, man.
Oh, well.
Well,
Your
listen.
fault. Your fault.
Oh, man.
Make
They
sure
going
you talk-
they
make sure you talk about me. I need some entertainment.
Robin Jones in Chicago. She's the one. She give me the biggest trouble. That's my baby. That's my family, baby. She gonna say to me, she gonna say, man, you ain't let her talk. You ask her a question, then you went to you. You're selfish. She tell me I'm selfish, Nikita. You think I'm selfish?
I don't think you're selfish. I think you have good intentions, but I think that your mind just works fast. So that you just be trying to get everything out before you forget.
It's the
That's
marijuana.
all.
Miles running at 100 miles per hour.
It's the marijuana.
Yep.
so
That could be
listen,
it, too.
I really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We're going to sign off. Nikita Michelle, Walter Galloway, Savage Revenge, y'all. You listen,
Put the flyer up.
whatever you do, go out and check out Savage
Movie.
Revenge.
I give it 4 stars out of 5.
All right?
I appreciate
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. Savage
4 out of
Revenge
5 is good.
It's
on,
good.
on Tubi.
I was going to do 5, but then they would have said I was biased, so I just did 4 to be fair.
No. Tell her how it is. Tell her how it is.
That's
Don't
right.
don't lie about it.
It's a good movie.
If you say 5 out of
It
5,
has
let them know it's a 5 out of 5.
We peppering
It's a
cars.
good movie.
We peppering cars, Nikita, like we at the club. You know what happened at the club after when you come outside, you got all them damn flies on your windshield wipers, melting in the rain. The flyer man be outside, he don't give a damn.
Okay.
You know,
He's
till the
still
rain
working.
clear the snow, he's
Still
going to be out
working.
there. He's stuck to the windshield.
Flyer man
all
gonna leave
on
you
the
a
white
flyer.
snow.
He said, man, you gonna sit down, flyer. I'm gone. Sorry, so y'all. Listen, Nikita, we gonna catch back up. I'm gonna see you this weekend.
Yes, see you this weekend.
Looking forward to.
I'll let you know when I get ready to hit the road.
Okay, absolutely. Give us a call and let us know you're safe, and we'll be on the lookout for you. You definitely have good hospitality here in Detroit, Michigan. We are definitely hoping that whatever you do when you come here, you have a successful trip and that you accomplish everything that you intend to accomplish, because we definitely know that you have the skill set that it takes to make it happen.
And bring a
What you
winter
think?
coat. Bring a winter coat and a blazer.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know what the weather gonna be like.
And some flip-flops.
I wasn't bipolar like ours.
And
I
some
need to bring
flip-flops.
a short sleeve
Because
jacket.
guess what?
That's what I need to bring.
It's going to snow. It's
A short
supposed to
sleeve
snow.
coat.
Tomorrow.
It's supposed to snow tomorrow.
At midnight.
But guess what? By the time you leave
Huh?
on Sunday, you're going to be in a sundress and flip-flops.
It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot?
It's gonna be hot.
I know. I'm just blaming it on the lake.
There
It's like
it is.
Michigan. It's giving us this bipolar weather. You know, it just do what it want to do. Because
Yeah.
whatever y'all got, we got.
Yeah.
I'd rather bipolar too.
All right.
It
So,
was all nice and sunny, sunglasses yesterday, and now it's all wintry looking.
there it is. So listen, here it is. We going to, in a minute, they're going to pull the plug on it. So we're going to say this and we're going to bid everybody good night. Thank you for watching Sonic Soul again, WJZZ Cool TV. Tune in next week. We don't know who in the hell our guest's going to be, but it's going to be something exciting, something going on that's going to pique the interest of the people, we hope. You know, I ain't getting too many. There nobody call in, man. I didn't even get a phone number out. Our call-in number normally is 313-355-6018. Feel free to call in. We had Nikita Michelle on the phone tonight because our video feed didn't work. Our server was not able to upload the video feed, but neither here nor there. We still had a good conversation with Nikita.
Yeah,
we had a great conversation with you, man. I thank you for coming in as
I
well.
appreciate being here.
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Thanks for the
And let's do
opportunity.
it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it again, and maybe even consider
right.
coming back to WJZZ.
Yeah,
Man. We
I'm
got
one
our
phone
slots.
call away.
Yeah, we
One phone
got
call
we got
away.
our stuff going on. So anyway, listen. Tune in next week. We don't know exactly what time we're going to. We got a couple of things going on here. We had a couple of open houses going on, and I think some things happened that delayed it. So we don't know exactly what time we're gonna really figure out what the updates are gonna be on all that. But we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of great shows. So we encourage everybody to tune in to WJZZ Cool TV for the many shows that we have on the air every day. Whether your interest is political, whether it's entertainment, relationships, whatever the case may be, WJZZ Cool TV is the place to be. That kind of rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I'm a character.
Well, let it rhyme.
We,
Let it rhyme. You need
one
a beat?
day
You need a
we're gonna do a casting call right here on
That
the air.
sounds like a whole topic
Let's
for
do it.
another
Let's
show.
do it.
We need a relationship advice show.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
well, I'm not relationship advice.
I am.
I'm not good.
I am.
I'm not good at stuff
I
like
am.
that. Nikita.
I'll be here on
I
that.
will. I will get you divorced, quit,
Not me.
all kinds of stuff. I'm not.
How you married and staying
I'm
married.
not
Why you
married.
say he's
I've
out
never been
though?
married. I can't give a married man advice.
I
I'm
know,
gonna tell you, leave
I
her.
know how to make a
Leave
relationship
her.
last.
What Miss Cedar said, Colorburn?
Well,
You
see,
gotta
that's
beat
why
her.
we need him on the show. We need Walter, because Walter got the advice. He got the good advice. You got
Walter-
the bad advice.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
like
got-
yin
Walter
and
is
yang.
married.
You'll find somewhere in the
Walter,
middle.
listen, Walter is married and his wife is watching the show, so he better say the right damn thing.
But one thing I can say before they cut us off, I know
They
how to
weren't
make
white.
I know how to make a relationship or a marriage last and successful. Only thing is you have to apply, the advice that people give you.
Okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying? Because if you don't, if you in your pride and
Right.
stubborn, then guess what's gonna happen?
Right.
Y'all gonna split the opposite way.
You alone.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go on and get some grease.
Thank you,
See? Now, that's a whole topic for another radio
Thank
show
you for
now.
your
We'll
advice.
have to come back and rewind to that one.
Yeah, but I definitely got some advice for
Okay.
any relationship.
Listen, the big boss man is knocking on walls and all kinds of stuff
It's time to
because we
go.
are over the limit.
Yeah.
And guess what? Maybe give us a break because we
Okay,
started late
okay.
tonight. But guess what? Anyway, once again, WJZZ, Cool TV, Sonic Soul, Motor City Rockstar. There's only one. TOO. There's only one. Mr. Walter Galloway, Savage Revenge, streaming live on Tubi, not live, but streaming on Tubi. I think
on
everything.
Tubi.
Streaming on Tubi.
Tubi.
Nikita Michelle, who will be here in Detroit on this weekend.
Weekend.
So hopefully, maybe we'll get together and
Yep.
call something out. So you guys stay tuned to my Facebook page if you're friends with me on Facebook, Gerald Reynolds, Motor City Rockstar, on Facebook. So I'm easy to find. I used to put my phone number out there, man.
Don't put it in your
Yeah.
phone. Be blowing
And
up.
follow
crazy.
Don't
Nikita
put the phone.
Michelle.
Listen, Nikita, I got 3 phones because I put my phone number out there one time.
It won't stop ringing.
It was a done
It
deal.
won't stop ringing.
Yeah.
You think
And
it's a
so,
radio
so
station.
listen, I want to say this also before we go, is that Miss QB, passed away. So our condolences to Miss QB and her family. She was a good friend of mine. We're gonna really miss her. She did the Booty Show. Everybody knows Miss QB for what Miss QB did. In fact, we talked to Miss QB several times by joining us here at WJZZ, but we had that big snafu with COVID and the whole thing. And of course, Miss QB has been out there for a long time, and unfortunately, the good Lord said it was time for her to come in. So we're gonna pray for her family, and we enjoyed her while we had a chance to share what she brought to us. So we just want to just say that we are concerned, and the family has our prayers and sympathy. And WJZZ has also embraced Miss QB. So we're in our prayers.
Yeah. She gave my prayers too.
So anyway, WJZ. I don't know when Rod's gonna cut it off, but guess what? I'm gonna cut it off.
Your
Because
thing, man.
yeah. So anyway, Nikita,
Yes.
she's there patiently.
Patiently wait.
Thank you so much for joining us. I apologize that we
Thank
didn't
you.
know that you were on the phone earlier.
For 30
It's
minutes.
30
For
minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah, we was talking.
But she was listening something.
And guess what? I didn't talk about you too bad. Sometimes I'll talk about you. I'll be like, man, damn Nikita. I told her to call in 10 minutes before the hour, and then she ain't on the phone. And she like, hey.
Actually, you told me to call in at 8:15.
You did.
Yep, that's true.
And you did.
That's
You
You
did.
told me to call in at 8:15, and I called. Remember, there's a time difference.
That's
So
right.
8:15
You're out.
my time
You're
is
hour.
8:15.
You're
You're
hour.
hour back.
I'm an
Yeah,
hour behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was on time.
Absolutely.
You was just in another zone.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And so we had a great show, and we enjoyed you being a part of it tonight. We would like to definitely have you back
Thank you.
again.
Thank you
If-
for having me, and thank you to our mutual friend for setting this up for me. Thank
Absolutely.
you, News. I appreciate it,
Bad
and you
news.
shared it for me too today.
I wanted to play some news music tonight, but I didn't get around to it because I couldn't get I'm not fast, man, when it comes down to computer technology. You know what I'm saying? I need to get me a social media administrator. That's next on my list.
Yeah, get one.
I'm gonna step out there.
Yeah, get one.
I'm gonna get some sponsors. Motor City Rockstar needs some sponsors. You can Cash App a sponsorship donation to Cash App. What they call it? Cash Tag. Cash Tag Sonic Soul 320. All donations welcome. So until next week, we'll see you again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Look at that.